So this is the forelimb raised lumbar extension.
Okay, so in this video, what we're going to look at is we're going to look at having the front feet up and the rear feet down. This is on a stable, non-slip platform that's fairly low for this dog. What we're looking for is we're looking at the angle of the spine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get her up, walk her onto the platform, front feet up, rear feet down. Now what we want is we want to look at the angle of the lumbar section of the spine, which is here. So we're looking for it to lengthen. So just a short little lengthen. It should be more of a pulsating motion rather than a duration behavior. Okay, so front feet up, rear feet down, and we're just going to stretch that lumbar, hopefully without the feet moving. There we go. Good job. I'm going to grab a couple of treats. Okay, so we want her nice and straight. We're going to look for that little stretch through the lumbar. There we go. And then she's done 3 repetitions. So I'm going to toss the treat out in front so she walks forward over the platform.
So let's look at how we can do some variations of this exercise by changing the height. Now, it's really important whenever we are changing equipment, we want to make sure that the platform is stable, non-slip, and it's not going to tip over as well. As this is a foundational exercise, we want to avoid any excessive stretching. We want to work within the dog's natural range of motion with gentle strengthening and lengthening. I will show you a diagram on the next slide of different heights and where the points to look for are. But level 1, we're looking at a height between the ground and the carpus. That's your platform height. Level 2, we're looking at a height between the carpus. So the carpus is essentially the wrist area of the dog, and the tarsus being similar to where our ankle is. Level 3, we're looking at a height of the platform between the tarsus and the stifle, so essentially between the ankle and the knee, if we're thinking about our anatomy. As we go up, a height between the stifle or knee and the elbow, and then finally a height between the elbow and the hip. So let's look at where these points are on the dog. Okay, so we can see we have got the carpus around here, which I've just circled. So anything up until that height is your really basic level 1. And then on the back leg, I'm just circling the tarsus now. So anything up to that level is going to be level 2. And still on the back leg, and now I'm going to circle where the stifle is. So it's just here. So anything up to that level is level 3. And then going over to the forelimb, I'm going to circle where the elbow is. So any platforms up to that height are going to be up to a level 4. Then we're going to go back to the hind leg and we're going to look at where the hip is. So the hip is sort of around this area for this dog. So anything up to that is going to be a level 5. So it's important that you go through each level as the dog is able to safely. So starting at your level 1, moving up to your level 2. When your dog is ready, moving up to level 3. May take some time there before moving up to level 4 and level 5. So now we'll look at some videos looking at how the dog works on different levels.
Okay, so now we're going to look at what it looks like with the front legs up on a higher surface. So we can see how straight she is through the lumbar, which is good. And we've got extension of the hip. Now this is a natural extension of the hip. For some dogs, this might be too much to begin with. So it's important to work with your dog in the range that they're comfortable. But yes, we're just looking for that nice straight section through the lumbar region. There you go. So I want my treat up high so that we're straight through the neck. If my treat's down low, we're getting sort of arching through here, but we want that nice long length through the spine. Good girl. Well done. So in this exercise, I'm using the incline board with the front feet up, rear feet down. And again, we can see we've got a nice straight axial region, especially through the lumbar. So this allows the dog to sort of pick what height of the board they are comfortable with. Good girl. And then we can walk them back. Good girl. And off. Good job.